Good morning and welcome to Funding for Good's first attempt at Facebook Live. I've been thinking about doing this for a while just to say hey to some of you guys more often on a regular basis and share some quick ideas that I have occasionally that might be helpful to you through your day, but I hadn't had a chance until today. So whether you're joining us live or you're joining us later, welcome to Funding for Good's Growing for Good with Facebook Live. And I had a really great experience yesterday, and I thought about it, and amazingly, some people it would put in a bad mood. It put me in a great mood, and I wanted to share it with you real quick. Yesterday, Marie and I did a blog about typos, and it's so funny. This is the third time we've done a blog about typos, not Marie and I together, but Funding for Good. And every single time, I get a flood of emails identifying some typo that was in that article, whether it's a spelling, grammar, or punctuation, or formatting issue. People always want to share. And so it makes me laugh because sometimes I'll do a blog and ask people for their feedback on how do you get your board to participate in fundraising, or what are your top keys to success for reaching your goal every year, and it's like crickets. Nobody wants to share anything. But when it's something that everybody can participate in and they know they're right, people want to share. So I thought about that all day yesterday, and I take feedback pretty well when it comes to the business, especially writing and things like that. I used to work at a group home, and one of the things we taught the kids was always to be able to accept feedback. And there's a couple of different ways you need to be able to do that, and it is a great life skill that you need to learn at a young age, and you need to be able to do it all through your life. And part of that good skill is being able to give good feedback in order to accept and receive feedback well. And so I was really pleased that a lot of the people that follow us on Funding for Good shared some of the errors that were in that email, which we have corrected at this point. Not on the first one that went out because we can't redact that, but on everything else it has been corrected. And thank you so much for those that took time to share that with us. But the thing that made me smile so much was that everyone who did share did it in such a positive way. Everyone either said what they liked about the article and then said, oh, but we wanted to let you know about these errors, or, oh, did you know that this and this, and we really love the things that you're putting out there, blah, blah, blah. And so it made me feel good, A, that people cared enough to sit down and write that and send it to us, but that they did it in a really nice way. So I appreciate that, and I just encourage you as you work with your clients or people in your office or your supervisors or the people that you're supervising, whether you're interacting with your family members or your neighbors or people that you see in the grocery store on a daily basis. If you want to give someone feedback, which I think we all have that desire at some point, if you do it in a way that will be heard, in a way that is positive and receptive, people are more likely to A, appreciate it, and B, put it to use. So I just wanted to say thank you. I found a great article online about why our brains don't acknowledge the typos that we wrote. And I'm going to post that on Facebook today for Funding for Good's clients, just so you can kind of see there is some actual scientific data behind why it's hard to catch your own errors, which reinforces a little bit of the stuff that Marie said in yesterday's post about being able to have a third party that is neutral review your work for you, and that is very important. So as we move forward at Funding for Good, we're looking at the possibility of hiring an outside proofreader or having someone do that for us, but in order to do that, we have to be able to prepare our work really far ahead of time to get to them. So those are things we're working on, and I hope you have a great day and keep growing for good.